Grand rising, beautiful people. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming back. Your love and support is greatly appreciated. It's been a minute. I just been so busy. But today is Tuesday, and you know on Tuesdays we tell it like it is, right? We tell all Tuesday. But of course it's a terrific Tuesday, right? We woke up, we're here, so let's be thankful and grateful. Tuesday is Root Chakra Day, ruled by Mars. Colors associated with Tuesday are like red and orange, but for me, color of the day for Tuesday is red because it is Root Chakra Day, and the root chakra is red, right? Your root chakra is your survival. It is your security, your stability, your shelter, your finances, right? It is your grounding, your rooting, your foundation. Are you on a solid foundation? Do you have everything you want and need? Or everything you want and need always comes to you right when you need it? You don't worry or stress. You got a home, you got a car, you got a steady income. You have that solid foundation. So if you do not have that, right? Say you don't have your own place. Say you live with a family member, or you're sleeping on a couch or on a cot, or you're sleeping in somebody's garage, right? Anything, but that's not your own. You do not have your own home. You do not have a place to call your own. Those people are people with closed and blocked root chakras. How did your root chakra get blocked like that? How are you a grown-up, right? How are you an adult and still struggling with that foundation? Why don't you have your own house, right? Why are you not secured and stable with a steady income? Why are you struggling to survive? Okay, those root chakra blockages most likely come from your childhood, right? Your childhood, you weren't raised with wealth. You weren't raised with abundance and prosperity. You weren't taught that. You were taught that money is hard to come by, or the struggle is real, and ain't nobody got that type of money. Those are things that will block your root chakra. Growing up in poverty, always being told no. Like, I didn't know this, but this parents really do have kids and tell their kids that they ain't never gonna be nothing. I didn't know. I'm just finding that out. That's sad. But yeah, parents tell their kids that they ain't never gonna be nothing. You ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit just like your daddy. That type of stuff. People say that type of stuff. But that, if you heard that as a child, if that's how you were treated, then that's why you have all these blockages in your root chakra. Okay, now how to remove these blockages, right? How to get your good sense of security, stability, how to get started on building a solid foundation, how to align with the abundance and prosperity of the universe. Removing these blockages from your root chakra. Starting with affirmations, right? Affirm that you are wealthy. Affirm that you are abundant. Affirm that you are prosperous. Affirm that you are aligned with the wealth of the universe, okay? I'm aligned with the wealth of the universe. I am deeply grounded and rooted. I am financially stable. I am stable mind, body, and spirit. I am financially secure. I am physically secure. I am mentally secure. I'm spiritually secure. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. The universe has all that I need. That's the main thing. The universe has all that I need. The universe has all that I need. I'm aligned with the wealth of the universe. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I have no worries. Everything I need is taken care of. The universe provides for me. Okay? Now, more things about building solid foundations. Generational curses. Okay? Generational curses. Say it started. Say your great-great-granddaddy was a thief. And he robbed and he stole from several people. And then one day, he robbed or stole from the wrong person. And they killed him. So, he died. Got killed, I'll say. He didn't just die. He was murdered for stealing and robbing. Now, here you are, and you have bad luck. People steal from you all the time. Things are always getting stolen from you. You've been robbed before a couple times. And you wonder why? Why? How have I been robbed more than once? Maybe that's a generational curse. Okay, another example. Your great-great-grandmother worked in a brothel. You know what that is? A brothel? The old school whorehouse? Okay, your great-great-grandmother worked in a brothel. She worked in the old school whorehouse. And now, here we are, what we call fast little girls. And some people say, I know ain't nobody touching my daughter, so I don't know why she's fast. I wasn't fast when I was growing up. Was you? Or maybe it was because the great-great-grandma worked in the whorehouse. And working in a whorehouse, just imagine the type of stress and energies you deal with, right? And think about if no one was teaching her how to cleanse, heal, and release. So now working in this whorehouse, she has attached herself with all of these negative energies and blockages. And that was stored in her womb. And then she passes that along to each womb, down to the generations. And now here we are with fast girls, babies having babies, right? Now the grandma, now she a grandma at 32, with her 15-year-old pregnant daughter. Could that be a general curse? A generational curse? There's things that people aren't talking about. Those type of generational curses. How deep is that? Another thing. Okay. Man and woman. Husband and wife. The man gets a side piece. The side piece wants the man off of herself. So she voodoos, dark magic, black magic, whatever, right? He does evil, uses a spell, bringing harm to some. And now her now that man's wife is dead. So now he gets to be with the side piece because the wife is dead. And he didn't even know the wife is dead because of some evil shit that the side piece did. And now the side piece starts having babies. But remember the law of karma, right? You get what you give. So the side piece killed the wife so she could have the husband onto herself. And now she starts having babies. And then those babies grow up. And none of those babies have healthy, happy relationships. Generational curse. Because that lady did not practice good, right? She did some evil shit to get that man. Then started having his babies. So she put that karma out there. And that karma came back on them babies. Right? The babies grew up, had horrible toxic relationships, didn't have no healthy, happy relationships. And then they had babies. And then them babies grew up. And now they got toxic relationships. They don't have healthy, happy relationships either. And they wonder why. Why? Because great-great-grandma did some dirty shit and killed that man's wife so she could be the wife and brought that bad karma onto all her kids and grandkids. Now, for my own personal family generational curses, I'll speak on my mother's side. My mother's side of the family, there was sexual abuse. Okay? My mother and some of her siblings were sexually abused. Their mother may have been sexually abused. And she passed that on to her children. You see? So, that's a generational curse. I was not sexually abused as a child. But one of my sisters were. Maybe even both my sisters. I'm not really sure on that. But what I'm getting at is, okay, in my family on my mother's side, there was sexual abuse to children. But here I stand as the generational curse breaker. And that stops with me. So I speak a lot on sex and the do's and the don'ts and the yeses and the no's, because it is my job to break that generational curse. It stops here and now. My children have not and will not be sexually abused because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as breaking that generational curse. Okay. Another thing on my mother's side, toxic relationships, okay? My grandmother, my mother's mother, she was in some toxic relationships. She has different kids. Different baby daddies for her kids, right? Some of her kids got different dads. Okay. And then she had kids, right? So that's my mom and my aunts and uncles. And they had toxic relationships. They don't have long, healthy relationships neither. So my grandma had toxic, unhealthy relationships. My mom and my aunties and my uncles, right? And now us, my mom and my aunties and uncles' kids. We have went through things where we've been through bad, toxic relationships. Why? Because that's a generational curse. It's been passed down from womb to womb. My grandmother's womb got filled with toxic energy from dealing with toxic relationships. And in her womb, where she was holding this toxicity, is where she carried her babies. That toxicity was there in the womb with her babies. So that babies, that energy was in those babies. Those babies grew up with that, carrying on that energy. So they had toxic and unhealthy relationships and holding it in their, in their wombs, in that area, holding that energy in their bodies, because this is from men too, right? My uncles, holding that energy into their bodies, and then they pass it along to their kids, which is me and my first cousins. And we have so many of me and my first cousins, we have been through toxic relationships as well, because that generational curse. But again, here I stand as a generational curse breaker in my family, and I'm breaking those curses, right? I'm fixing those. I'm healing and releasing myself, so therefore I'm healing and releasing from generations, right? My ancestors. I'm also healing and releasing their pain, because I'm healing and releasing my pain that was brought to me from them. And by me doing that, that's helping my children, breaking generational curses. And that is going to lead you to your solid foundation. Okay? That's it for today. I thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate all your love and support. My information will be in the description box below if you want to book for a chakra session, a meditation session, a manifestation session, or a tarot reading session. Again, I thank you, and you have a good day.